My name is Harold Thompson, and I'm 73 years old. I've spent most of my life thinking I understood the world, thinking I knew how life worked, and thinking that I had plenty of time to figure everything out. But at some point, you realize that time is a lot trickier than we give it credit for. Time doesn't pause. It doesn't wait, and it doesn't hand you do-overs. It moves steadily forward, quietly, and then, suddenly, you're 73, sitting back and realizing how much of your life you've just let slip by. I grew up in a small town, a quiet place where everyone knew everyone else, and life felt simple, at least on the surface. School, work, marriage, children, retirement, the standard roadmap for existence. And for a long time, I followed it. I did everything right. Good grades, a decent job, a steady paycheck, the approval of my teachers, my parents, my friends. I thought I was doing the smart thing. But looking back now, I can see that I was mostly doing what other people expected of me. I wasn't living for myself. I was living to be seen as successful, to be respected, to check off boxes on a list that someone else wrote for me. By the time I was 25, I had a nice little apartment, a decent job, and a social circle I thought I could rely on. But inside, something was missing. I didn't notice it then. I was too busy chasing the next step, the next promotion, the next paycheck. Always telling myself, I'll be happy when, I'll relax when, I'll start living when. I was living in that dangerous illusion, the one where you think there's always more time than there really is. By 40, I had what most people would call success. A bigger house, a newer car, a respectable position at my company, and enough money to feel comfortable. People looked at me and nodded with approval, as if I'd figured life out. But inside I felt a gnawing emptiness I couldn't explain. I would sit at my desk and watch people walk by my window, kids playing, families laughing, and I realized something painful. I hadn't really lived in years. I was surviving, not living. I was existing, not experiencing. Then, at 51, everything changed. I was at work one day when I collapsed. My heart just stopped for a moment. I woke up in a hospital bed, machines beeping, doctors rushing around, and suddenly it hit me. I could have died. And if I had, what would I have left? A house, a car, money, recognition, all the things I thought mattered? Lying there, looking at my wife crying softly in the corner, I realized something terrifying. None of it mattered. The only things that matter are the moments we actually live, the love we give, the experiences we embrace, and the connections we nurture. After that day, I slowly began changing my life. Not overnight, but gradually. I started saying no to things that didn't matter, and yes to the things I had been putting off for decades. I began calling my mother more often, reconnecting with old friends, taking trips I had dreamed of since I was a young man. I started noticing the world around me, the subtle colors of a sunset, the sound of leaves rustling, the laughter of my grandchildren. These little things became treasures I had ignored for far too long. One summer, I finally visited the coast I had always dreamed of seeing. The ocean was larger than I imagined, the waves crashing with a rhythm that felt eternal, the sun warming my face. I stood there, and for the first time in decades, I felt truly alive. It hit me then. Life isn't about what you own, or the promotions you get, or the recognition you chase. Life is about what you experience, how you love, and how you connect. The relationships I had ignored were another revelation. My brother, my childhood friends, my children. I thought there would always be time. Time to mend things, to say the words I needed to say, to show love. But time doesn't wait. You wake up one day and realize the chance is gone. I've lost people I wanted to spend more time with, conversations I wanted to have, experiences I wanted to share. And those losses taught me one of the hardest lessons of all. You can't reclaim time once it's gone. Now, I try to make every day count. I wake up appreciating the fact that I have another day, another chance to connect, to laugh, to love. I've learned that life's richness doesn't come from wealth or status. It comes from presence, attention, and choice. You can choose to live differently, even after decades of habit, even after years of autopilot. You can choose to prioritize what matters most: relationships, experiences, learning, growth, and yes, even joy. I've also learned to forgive, to let go of grudges I carried for years. I say, "I love you" more times than I can count, because you never know if it'll be the last time. I pursue hobbies I postponed, travel to places I only dreamed of, and I'm more connected with my children and grandchildren than I ever was in my younger years. Every day is intentional. Every action has meaning. Every experience matters. And I can honestly say this: I've never been happier than I am now, at 73. But I see young people repeating the mistakes I made. They think they have forever. They chase money, status, approval, ignoring the small but powerful moments that give life its depth. They forget that the clock is moving steadily, silently, and that each day spent chasing distractions is a day they won't get back. I want to tell them, and maybe, tell you, don't wait. Don't postpone living. I remember my father, who passed away when I was 45. We had a complicated relationship. I was too busy, too distracted, too convinced I had more time. When he died, I realized the chance was gone forever. And my deepest regret, my heaviest regret, is the time I didn't spend with him, the words I didn't say, the love I didn't express. And that, more than anything, has stayed with me. Life has a way of teaching you lessons too late, but it's never too late to start paying attention, to start living intentionally. Time is limited. The people we love are limited. Every day wasted on distractions is a day lost forever. I remind myself every morning I am living on borrowed time, and I try to make that time count. And I want you to make your time count too. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It will never come. There is no perfect time. There is only now. And if you choose to act now, you can begin creating a life that matters. A life full of presence, joy, and meaning. I've learned that happiness doesn't come from validation. Not from money, not from approval. It comes from choosing how you spend your time, who you spend it with, and how present you are while you're there. Every small decision matters. Every moment matters. And when you start living intentionally, life opens up in ways you never imagined. I could tell you stories of mistakes I made, opportunities I missed, roads I didn't take, and love I didn't express. But instead, I want to focus on what you can do. You can start today. Reach out to a friend. Take that trip. Express love. Forgive. Live with intention every single day. Because the truth is, we never know how much time we have. I'm 73, and I may have 10, 15, 20 years left if I'm lucky. But I know this: these last years have been the richest of my life. Not because of success, but because I chose to live fully. Life is too short to postpone. Life is too precious to waste. Don't wait until it's too late. Start now. Start today. Because someday is today. And life is far too short to waste a single second.